right, so we're going to go over the directions for the coordinate graphing today. And so here is my coordinate graph. This line in the middle right here, this is our x-axis. So when we refer to that, it's going to be this horizontal line. X goes horizontally. It is also labeled, so that should help you remember too. And then our y goes up and down. Again, it's labeled, that should help you remember. So I'm going to show you how you're going to be starting this, and I'm going to show you what some of this means. So when you see these, you are going to make sure you are plotting your points, first of all, in the correct spot. And second of all, you need to connect them with a straight line as best as you can while you are plotting them. So my suggestion for you is to make sure you are doing this with a pencil, and even like getting your notebook out so you can use the side of it as a straight edge to connect your lines would be a really, really great idea. Again, I would make sure to use your pencil and make sure you do it lightly at first until you're sure that it's in the right spot, because there's not going to be enough extra copies for you guys to ask for a bunch of new ones. So use your pencil, do things lightly until you're sure you're correct. Okay, so let's take a look. This is the start and the stop is important. You are only going to connect these four together, and then you move on to these separately. Connect those four together. You don't connect those two. So after it says stop, you are no longer connecting that line or that dot to the next one, that coordinate point to the next one. And yours probably looks a little bit different than mine, but for my example purposes, we're going to look at this. Okay, so we have the first point is 0, 3. And what we have to remember, and you might want to write this down on your paper so that you remember, is the first number is always your x value. And this number is going to tell you whether you go to the left or the right. If the number is positive, you go to the left. Sorry, nope. If the number is negative, you go to the left. If it's positive, you go to the right. And the numbers are labeled on there, so that should be helpful. The second number is your y value. So that value is going to tell you whether you go up for positive or down for negative. Okay, so here is how that works. The first point is 0, 3. So that tells me that I am not actually moving, because I'm not going to the left or to the right. If my number is 0, that's right in the middle. And the second number tells me positive 3, so that means up 3. So we always start from the middle, from our origin, that's 0, 0. So from there, I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up 3 because I'm not going to the left or to the right. So that point is 0, 3. It would be a good idea. I also highly recommend checking off the ones that you've done so that you know you've done them. Okay, the next one tells me 1, 5. So 1, 5. This tells me I'm going to the right 1 and up 5. So from the middle again, I'm going to the right 1 and up 5, and I'm going to plot my point. Now I need to get rid of this, because if I actually am putting lines there that don't belong there, it's going to start getting really messy. And now I have to remember, I have to connect these two coordinate points together. Again, if I'm doing this on paper, I want to use some sort of a notebook or a straight edge to help me make those lines nice and straight. Again, draw lightly so that if you need to erase, which you most likely will, you can do it without making too big of a mess. Okay, so now I have done problem, that second coordinate point. Okay, now the next one tells me -1, +5. So this tells me to the left 1 and still up 5. So from that middle, going to the left 1 and up to 5. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, to the left 1 and up 5. I'm going to make this a little bit nicer. Okay, and then I have to connect this one to the last one that I drew, which was that +1, 5. Okay, and I did that. And then the next one is neither to the right or to the left, but up 3. And guess what? We already have that point on there. So 0, 3. I'm actually just connecting it back to where I started. So I make this cute little triangle. So now if I'm looking at the next one, like I am done with this here. I've done all 4 of those points. Now it tells me to stop. This means I have to stop connecting to the next one, and I'm going to start kind of a new shape. So this one tells me I'm going to the left 2 and down 11, because we have negative and negative. To the left 2, so 2 in the x, and down to 11. And I have plotted my point. Now I'm going to the right 2 and down 11. To the right 2 and down from there. Again, I need to erase those. If I were you, I would not draw them. Just make sure you are putting it in the right spot. And then I need to connect these with a nice straight line. Now I'm done with my second point. This one tells me neither right or left, but down 8. So just going down to -8. And I'm connecting it to my point there. Okay, I've done that now, and the last one is -2, -11. So to the left 2 and down 11. I've already got a point there, so I'm just going to connect it to where I started. Again, crossing that off to show I'm done, and then it says stop again. So the next one, I'm not going to connect it to my next dot. I am going to connect these 2 together. I hope this helps. If you need, maybe write this one down if you haven't already. X is left or right, Y is up or down. You are making that picture. You are going to color it in, and then you're going to submit a picture of your completed work, please. Make it look nice and neat. Do your best work here. You have the whole hour to work on this. And then if you don't finish it in class, make sure you take it home and finish it today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you guys later.